Welcome to the new High War, knife of my slaying. My sister apprised me of your triumphs. Our logic is proved in violence, but many pretenders challenge your sovereignty. Do not disappoint us, heir. Once levied, a death tithe must be paid. Whether it is your blood that is spilled or not, the deepest say it all the same. The strongest must assume the taken throne. Show us the strength you showed me, King. What speaks to you in the hollowness of silence? Is it a figment of your own terror? Or something else entirely? Listen with intent, Air. Listen closely, and you may hear it. The taken and the dread, both yearning for a voice to follow. hesitance in your heart. To take is a burden. You will become the voice of billions. Every shred of their will shall be directed by your word.
Hit back, killer. Run him down.
Guardian, my life. Only whisper, you must hide not. Strength, return. Assemble the Oryx's power, the Ascendant. Meager tear. The sword seems fight it.
Guardian, my knife, my acolyte. I may only whisper, but you must listen. I do not possess the strength to return. You must find and assemble the shards of Oryx's sword, Willbreaker. It has the power to cut into the Ascendant Plane. What meager tear I have made now seems together. Go. The sword is your path to me. Find it.
They wanted me to follow all sorts of protocol. Had to skirt the rules to get the job done.
lies the broken will of a nameless heretic, stricken. One not yet slain by this Oryx. But there is a familiarity here, and a lineage. You drew him back from death. Necromancy. My heir will not commit such heresy. Turn away from this path. Fear of death will only make you more reliant on the tethers of the sky. Fear of death will draw you away from the deep.
Last of them. Guardian, you have my thanks. Especially for continuing to keep the EDZ safe amongst all the hubbub going on so far from home.
Home is where the taken are, eh?
Come on, let's get this done. Light, dark. Let me tell you, the only thing that matters is the handhold.
The call I felt emanating from the deep was not for us, or anyone. It was a beacon of want and purpose, sounding from whatever new entity now inhabits the deep. Drifter has located the source. Make no mistake, it is no gift. This we take for ourselves. advise that we contain this aberrant expression of taken energy. Her methods are not wrong, but there are often more paths than one to victory. One fist you grip control, in the other you reach with ambition. You are ready to face any horror the Dreadnaught can produce, and turn them away with your fury.
Hey, probably didn't expect to hear from me again, huh? Bailing was a bad move. I admit it. Soon as I turned around, I picked up Sloane's message. I thought she was gonna chew me out. She didn't. Just told me what I needed to do next. Anyway, I'm here now, and Eris needs me. Needs us. Find me on the Dreadnaught. Call me crazy, hell. Most already do. But I can't shake this. I won't. The Dreadnaught has one foot in the Ascendant plane. Maybe that's how she reached out. Find her. She's here. I should have known. I should have known. It'd take more than that.
So I hear you got some shards of Oryx's sword Willbreaker. Putting it back together won't be easy. All that taken mojo you picked up from Sloane is a good start, but jamming it into Crota's sword hilt? That'll take some real freaky hive magic. Eris ain't here, so I'm stepping up. It ain't the same, but I picked up a few tricks along the way. I'll do my part. And you do you, hero. I'll be ready. You are the one who wounds. You are the blade undulled. Damn it, Tolan. She is the blade unforgotten. She is the deep-scoured, vengeance-fed deathless. I'm... Oh, hell, just kill something with the damn sword. The Hive Gods were conjured back by their natures. Yeah, I read the books of sorrow. A fella gets curious. Anyway, Eris was the god of vengeance. So go get some.
Guardian, behold the vast cathedral of my soul. As Hive, I slit Savathun's throat. In doing so, I made an incision into the Ascendant Plane. This became a world. A throne. It will protect my essence and restore my form. Here, I am resurrected. Here, I am omnipotent. Drifter.
I thought you were gone.
No. My end was not bitter. It was sweet. This is my vindication. They were wrong. All of them. I am not sick. I am not mad. And I am no lost cause, fit only for self-sacrifice. My throne is wondrous and eternal, as am I.
Always were.
Guardian, I have not sat idle in this place. I have heard whispers through the wall. Is it true? Has the Taken King returned? I formed my throne with the stroke of a sword, as the Hive Gods did long ago. Their
tribute and blood coalesced into worlds. You have seen Oryx's throne, his dreadnaught, his court, what he called the High Wall. Here, the memory of the Taken King recognizes his equal, his killer, his heir, you. But his sisters will come to claim him, as brother and as instrument of power. Zevul Arath was sundered from her throne as she was sundered from her siblings. She would retake it all and return to their path of death and conquest. While Savathun in her high coven, having claimed the light, wishes to escape. Both the vows made to the worms and the lie that drove the siblings to that bargain. But their designs will be unmade. Their desires, their undoing. I name my throne the High Heresy, formed in opposition to the Hive. Here I am Heresiarch. Here I am Jailer. For my throne will be Oryx's prison. Guardian, I am returned, and my throne is magnificent. Yes, I intend to use it well. We must capture the Echo and bind Oryx to my throne. His sword, Willbreaker, is our key. Its power to avert can drag Oryx from the Echo's hold. A waste of potential. The Echo would allow us to travel effortlessly through the Ascendant Plane. We cannot let that slip through our fingers, Deputy Commander. Oryx's love for his sisters wanes. He may know a means to undermine their threat. I am relying on the strength of the Guardian's will. But, as of yet, the sword is not complete, and wielding it in service to me was almost too much for the Guardian to bear. We may neither destroy the Echo, nor excise Oryx. Guardian, we are poised to strike, and strike first. Meet me aboard the Dreadnaught. I will perform our ritual where I fell. Oryx will bend to our strength, and my throne will be his prison. Guardian, Savathun and Zibu Arath's forces close on us like jagged teeth. Thwart them. Protect the ritual as I bind the echo of the Navigator to my throne world. I will subdue the Taken King, capture him, cleave him from his throne. He will not escape my power. I will be his jailer yet.
But so is yours, Guardian.
Guardian, we have him. Eris's mission was a success. I can't say I'm not impressed. Eris and I have never been afraid to do what needed to be done, regardless of the risk. And now we've captured the Taken King himself. I told Eris that fear is a warning. Correctly deployed, we can send that warning to our enemies. Now the Taken and the Dread hear it loud and clear. You know I was against bringing him here. Eris's throne world was our tactical advantage. But we had to move fast. That's what Eris did. She reacted, and now we have to adapt. This is an opportunity. We've got Oryx pinned. Hold him, Guardian.
Guardian, we are triumphant. With the echo of the Navigator as our prisoner, we have gained ground against those who would subdue us. We must not destroy him. He is a rich source of knowledge. As Echo and King, bound we may interrogate him. I cannot hold him indefinitely. Keeping the echo of the Navigator in my throne world consumes my focus. I will not allow it. Quite. I will learn what I can from the Echo, but by force or ritual, they will move to reclaim their stolen sibling.